Welcome to Ascend and Awaken, a life of balance. If you've ever felt curious about Buddhism but weren't sure where to begin, or if the Buddha's teachings seem too vast or complex, this is your gentle starting point. In this video, we'll explore the essential teachings of the Buddha in simple, clear language, so you can understand the core of this ancient wisdom and how it still applies today. Let's begin. Who was the Buddha? Before diving into the teachings, it helps to know the man behind them. Siddhartha Gautama, later known as the Buddha, was born over 2,500 years ago in what is now Nepal. He was born into luxury and privilege, a prince who was shielded from suffering. But when he finally saw the realities of illness, aging, and death, something shifted. He left his palace life in search of truth, a way to understand human suffering and how to end it. After years of study, meditation, and deep inner reflection, he experienced a profound awakening, enlightenment. From that moment forward, he was called the Buddha, meaning the awakened one. What did the Buddha teach? At the heart of Buddhism are four noble truths. These truths are not commandments or dogma. They're observations, simple, honest reflections about life. Let's walk through them one by one. First, noble truth. Life contains suffering. The Buddha began with honesty. Life includes pain, disappointment, and change. We age, we lose, we struggle. This truth isn't pessimism, it's clarity. By acknowledging suffering, we begin the path to peace. Second, noble truth. Suffering has a cause. The cause of suffering, the Buddha taught, is craving, our attachment to things staying a certain way. We cling to pleasure. We resist change. We want life to bend to our will. But everything changes. When we fight that, we suffer. Third noble truth. Suffering can end. This is the hope at the center of Buddhism. If suffering has a cause, it also has a cure. When we release craving and attachment, even a little, we experience peace. This is called nirvana. Not a place, but a state of inner freedom. Fourth, noble truth. There is a path. The Buddha gave us a roadmap. The Noble Eightfold Path. A practical guide to live with wisdom, compassion, and awareness. It's divided into three key areas. 1. Wisdom that is comprised of right view and right intention. Ethical conduct that is comprised of right speech, right action, and right livelihood. And 3, mental discipline, which is comprised of right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Let's briefly touch on each, right view and right intention. We begin by seeing clearly, not through fear or illusion, but through awareness. We set intentions rooted in kindness and clarity, not greed or hatred. Right speech, right action, and right livelihood. We aim to speak with honesty and care. We act in ways that do no harm, and we earn a living in alignment with our values. This isn't about being perfect, it's about living with integrity, moment by moment. Right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. These teachings remind us to train the mind. We make gentle effort to stay present. We become mindful of our thoughts, emotions, and actions, and we develop inner stillness, not by force, but through practice. What makes Buddhism unique? Unlike many traditions, Buddhism doesn't demand belief in a creator God. It focuses on experience, insight, and personal transformation. The Buddha didn't say, "Believe me." He said, "See for yourself." That's why Buddhism feels more like a spiritual path than a religion to many. It's a practice, not a set of dogmas. How do you begin practicing? You don't need to become a monk. You don't need robes or rituals. Start with these small invitations. Sit in quiet for a few minutes each day. Observe your breath. Notice your thoughts without judgment. Speak kindly. Let go, just a little, of what you're clinging to. That is the path. That is the practice. The goal is not perfection. It's presence. Buddhism doesn't promise a life without difficulty. It teaches us how to meet difficulty with wisdom, with an open heart, with peace. It reminds us that we're not alone in our suffering, and that awakening is possible, even now. A final reflection. The Buddha's teachings are not just for monks in monasteries. They're for anyone with a mind that wanders, a heart that aches, and a soul that longs to live with clarity and compassion. If that's you, welcome. You're already on the path. Thank you for being here. If this message touched your heart, I invite you to subscribe to Ascend and Awaken for more soulful guidance on inner peace, wisdom, and spiritual growth. Peace, love, and light to you on your continual spiritual journey.